I'm the new guy.
Aren't you?
Who?
Yes, it's true that athletes generally eat well and pay attention to their nutrition, but there are plenty of super performers out there who also love to chow down on some delicious fast food. So here are 10 athletes who absolutely love fast food.
From one king to another, this pack's a real kick.
Patrick Mahomes, Whataburger.
This is a tasty burger.
Having already been to 2 Super Bowls, winning 1 while being named league and Super Bowl MVP, there isn't much more you can say about Patrick Mahomes other than what a quarterback he is. And as it so happens, this what a quarterback loves Whataburger. Mahomes was born in Texas, the state in which most Whataburger restaurants reside. However, playing for the Kansas City Chiefs, the superstar quarterback doesn't have access to a Whataburger restaurant whenever he has a craving. But rather than taking a trip to Texas every time he was in need of that oh-so-yummy burger, Mahomes decided to bring the burgers to him.
Bring them to me.
Mahomes has gotten together with a group of investors calling themselves KMO Burger, with the goal of opening up 30 Whataburger locations in Missouri and Kansas over the next 7 years. What a great idea. They say that money doesn't buy happiness, but for Patrick Mahomes, happiness is about buying Whataburger restaurants, which is even better because it also comes with French fries and a soda. Shaquille O'Neal, chicken sandwiches.
5 more minutes, my skunk is almost done.
No one in the history of sports has had more nicknames than Shaquille O'Neal. From Shaq Daddy, the Big Aristotle, Shaq Fu, Shaq Diesel, and about 20 others, O'Neal was a superstar player with a super amount of nicknames. But among those many nicknames that covered all aspects of the big man's talent and size, there is one that was always missing: the big chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwiches, chicken tenders, yeah.
There are few things that O'Neal loved more than fast food chicken sandwiches. And from the sound of it, this wasn't a cheat day treat for the big guy either, as Shaq has gone on the record saying that after every game, win or lose, he got a chicken sandwich and macaroni. And his obsession with chicken sandwiches and chicken in general didn't end when his NBA career did. In 2018, O'Neal opened the first Big Chicken Shack restaurant in Las Vegas, with plans to open others in the future. But that wasn't his first foray into the restaurant game. The NBA Hall of Famer is currently the proud owner of at least 155 Five Guys locations, 17 Auntie Anne's, and 1 Krispy Kreme outlet. Talk about putting your money where your mouth is. Athletes love McDonald's.
They call me Big Mac.
Oh, we love McDonald's.
What?
McDonald's likes to brag that they've served over 1 billion people, but what you don't see on those signs are the names of all the amazing athletes who stop by their local Mickey D's as often as possible to chow down on burgers, fries, and all their other favorite menu items. Chad Johnson, Georges St. Pierre, and Anderson Silva are just a few of the athletes who enjoy mealtime at McDonald's. In fact, Chad Ochocinco Johnson practically survives on McDonald's, while Anderson Silva has said that he would down 2 Big Macs before and after every weigh-in. As for GSP, he doesn't eat light when he walks through those golden arches. The super fit Canadian's regular order at McDonald's is 3 cheeseburgers, French fries, chicken McNuggets, a poutine, and a big Coca-Cola.
Perfect.
And speaking of golden, those arches aren't the only gold at any location where Michael Phelps walks through the doors. The most decorated Olympic athlete of all time has 23 gold medals to his name, and when he was training, he would take in between 8,000 to 10,000 calories a day. And according to Phelps, he was getting many of those calories from the house that Ronald built. They love In-N-Out Burger too.
Matter of fact, it's the best burger I've had in years.
Tim Lincecum is a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. He's thrown multiple no-hitters and has 3 World Series rings on his fingers. He also loves In-N-Out Burger, and until 2012, he would eat it pretty often and generally order 3 double-doubles, 2 orders of fries, and a chocolate strawberry shake. So what happened in 2012? Well, he decided to stop eating so much fast food, and he went from being one of the greatest pitchers in in baseball to not even the best pitcher on his team, which would seem to suggest that denying yourself In-N-Out is always a bad idea, especially if you're a great baseball player.
I'm gonna cut to the chase. Please do. I'm an athlete.
And speaking of someone who won't ever deny his love of In-N-Out, allow us to introduce you to golf great Phil Mickelson. Mickelson is the oldest major winner in the history of the sport and is so in love with the West Coast burger joint that he looked into buying one, which he was unable to do because they are all family-owned and not for sale. To quote Phil, he would have put one in his backyard if he could have bought one. And we can't forget Landon Donovan, the American soccer star who loves In-N-Out so much, he served their burgers at his wedding after party. Floyd Mayweather Jr., Fast-Food-A-Holic.
Strawberry basket! Woo! Yeah!
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is arguably the greatest pound-for-pound boxer of all time. And as it turns out, many of those pounds come from fast food and junk food. When it comes to making weight and needing to get ready for a fight, he has been known to focus his attention on organic vegetables and pasta and other healthy meals. But when he gives himself the freedom to cheat a little, it is said that he definitely loves the fast food.
I ate a fat burger. Oh, okay. I like fat burger.
And while Burger King French fries are some of his favorites, you can't corner this boxer into just one fast food chain. From what we've heard, he loves it all. But when it comes to junk food, he is always on the offensive in an effort to give his famous sweet tooth a tasty 1-2 punch. Pop-Tarts, soda, and candy are just a few of the deliciously less than healthy food items you can find him scarfing down when that sweet itch just needs to be scratched. There have also been reports about his love of Twizzlers. Usain Bolt and Joe Flacco, chicken nuggets.
I deep fry chicken nuggets, man.
While the chicken nuggets at McDonald's might generally be the item one purchases for the kids, let it be known that McNuggets aren't just for the younger set. Adults and athletes can love them too. Just ask quarterback Joe Flacco. Flacco won Super Bowl 47, was named the MVP of the game, and soon after ended up signing a huge 6-year, $120 million contract. And guess what he did after that? Yep, Joe went and got himself some chicken McNuggets.
Chicken nugget, I'd like to eat you while I drive.
But as much as he loves them, Usain Bolt might love them even more. Maybe about 1,000 times more, which is how many McNuggets Bolt reportedly ate during his 10 days at the Beijing Olympics back in 2008. For those of you doing the math, yes, that is 100 nuggets per day. It's a good thing McDonald's McNuggets aren't a banned substance, because the fastest man ever was also seen munching on McNuggets 8 years later at the Rio Games in Brazil. Maybe when Bolt wins a race and does his famous pose, he's just indicating the direction to the nearest McDonald's for anyone who also craves those little nuggets of chicken yumminess. Justin Verlander and Anthony Rizzo, Taco Bell.
It's Taco Tuesday!
We've heard of carb loading before a big athletic event, although we wouldn't recommend the Michael Scott technique of a large plate of fettuccine alfredo before a race. But instead of a large helping of pasta and a heavy cream-based sauce, maybe Michael should have considered loading up on Taco Bell, much like Justin Verlander said he did before every game when he was with the Detroit Tigers. And this is a man who threw 3 no-hitters in 1 year, as opposed to Michael Scott, who just threw up his lunch. And Verlander isn't the only baseball player to have a strong affinity for thinking outside the bun. Anthony Rizzo, who spent 2012 to 2021 with the Chicago Cubs, actually credits his sanity to Taco Bell. He doesn't eat it all the time, but he definitely craves it, and every so often must make a run for the border so as to keep on an even keel. As he once told Sports Illustrated, he's gotta have Taco Bell every once in a while just to keep sane.
Wow, that good, huh?
We aren't going to make any claims about the actual mental health benefits of Taco Bell, but we aren't going to dismiss the claims either. All we can say to both Verlander and Rizzo is, live Mas. Drew Brees, Jimmy John's sandwiches.
I want that sandwich!
The New Orleans Saints made their debut in the NFL as an expansion team in 1967, and for over 40 years they never won a Super Bowl. But in 2010, that all changed when the Saints, led by quarterback Drew Brees, took home their first ever championship. Brees will forever be a hero in that city for bringing the franchise their first Super Bowl championship. But we think he should be just as proud about another franchise. You see, Drew played his college ball in Indiana at Purdue University, and it was during those college years that he fell in love with the sandwiches from Jimmy John's.
This one's chicken Caesar. Got croutons too, boss. Freaking Jimmy's John!
So, after giving the city of New Orleans a Super Bowl title, he wanted to share something else with them. And in 2011, he opened up a Jimmy John's sandwich shop in New Orleans. It was the first ever Jimmy John's in the city, and it is said that he did it so that he could have access to his favorite freaky fast sandwich whenever he wanted. And while he was never able to bring home another Super Bowl title, he has opened up at least 10 more Jimmy John's joints around the city in the intervening years. Derrick Rose, Giordano's Pizza.
I hope you like deep dish pizza.
People love to argue about sports, but an argument that might get even more heated than Jordan versus LeBron or Manning versus Brady is New York pizza versus Chicago deep dish pizza. And while Derrick Rose is currently playing basketball in New York for the Knicks, when it comes to pizza, his heart and his stomach will always be in Chicago. Rose grew up in Chicago and was drafted by the Bulls in 2009, and it was in the Windy City that he became the youngest player to ever win MVP in 2011. So obviously, Chicago is in his blood, and when it comes to his favorite deep dish pizza, Rose is a Giordano's pizza man all the way. In fact, back in 2012, Rose expressed his admiration for Giordano's by saying that the pizza came in a very close second to basketball in terms of his love for it.
Chicago! The Big Apple!
Injuries ended up slowing his career, but we're pretty sure they didn't disrupt his pizza cravings. Although leaving the Bulls did make it a little harder to get his favorite pizza whenever he wants. Babe Ruth, hot dogs.
My hot dog!
There's some controversy as to whether the Baby Ruth chocolate bar was named after the famous baseball player or Ruth Cleveland, the daughter of former President Grover Cleveland, as the Curtis Candy Company has claimed. We also can't confirm whether or not the home run hitter ever actually ate one, but we do know that he ate a whole lot of hot dogs. According to biographer Robert W. Creamer, the Sultan of Swing would down 3 hot dogs before every game. Over his career, the Bambino played more than 2,500 Major League Baseball games, which would mean over 7,500 hot dogs consumed. And that's assuming he didn't eat any on non-game days, which is an assumption we would never make, which means the number is probably a whole lot higher than that.
100 minus 43, take the 1 from the 0. Wait.
While Barry Bonds now holds the record for most home runs in the history of baseball, we're pretty sure he never came close to beating Ruth's hot dog record. We wonder if even Joey Chestnut, the Babe Ruth of competitive eating, has downed that many hot dogs over the course of his impressive career. Although we're pretty sure Ruth wasn't dunking his buns in water when he ate his dogs. Take a bite out of more great videos. Just tap or click, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell to join our notification squad. And hey, leave us a comment.